Fix old cameras, up-close and detailed repair videos of classic camera equipment. Your successful completion of the demonstrated repair ultimately depends on the quality of your tools, the condition of your camera, and most importantly, your repair ability.
It is going to seem like you need a yard strip of light seal material to cover all the areas in an RB67. You have the mirror cushion bumpers and the light seal strips in the film back wind housing. Oh, and a piece of felt for the dark slide seal. Then there's the light seals in the rotating back. And probably the most obvious ones are those that reside in the film back door unit. Well, obviously, before we can install new light seals, we have to remove all the old gooey light seal. The best tool for this is a piece of seasoned, sharpened bamboo sliver. Now, if you don't have some bamboo that you can go out back and harvest, you could, of course, probably salvage a pair of bamboo skewers for a shish kebab maybe and shape those to the tool that you need. If not, a custom bamboo scraper, snap a wooden cleaning swab so that it has a pointed end. The shaped bamboo is on the left, the snapped wooden cleaning swab is on the right. Solvent will be needed to break down the sticky light seal. 91% or higher isopropyl alcohol is ideal. Cigarette lighter fluid or naphtha will work. Denatured alcohol can be used. Avoid using acetone or anything that might dissolve the paint or damage the plastic of the camera. I'm guessing by now you have the cleaning part figured out and don't need a demonstration of how to clean every little crack and crevice. So we'll skip ahead on to the installation of the light seals. No, wait, sorry, a little detour. First, we'll cover the installation of the felt light seal for the dark slide. Using a cross-point screwdriver, remove the screws that hold the dark slide cover plate. With the plastic dark slide cover plate removed, the felt dark slide strip is revealed. The strip is an assembly. The felt is backed by a piece of metal. The metal can be reused. It's kind of a spring metal material, and the felt can be inspected. It might not need to be replaced, but if so, now's the time to do it. Before the light seal can be installed, it'll need to be cut. And notice the magnetic screwdriver makes putting screws back in very easy. So we're going to use two types of light seal in the RB67. We will be using 1.5 millimeter medium density self-adhesive light seal foam. It is of a high quality. We will also be using a lighter density 2 millimeter self-adhesive foam, also of a high quality. The light density foam is on the top, the medium density foam is on the bottom. To cut the foam, we'll need a hardwood backing board and a sharp surgeon's scalpel. With a metal straight edge as a guide, the scalpel is brought along the desired width of the foam in one smooth, steady stroke. Before installing the light seal, deactivate the adhesive. By doing so, this will allow easier movement of the light seal until it is in proper position. Once the alcohol evaporates, the adhesive will stick tightly. The light seal for the film back door edges should be square, 2 millimeter thick, 2 millimeter wide. The foam for the hinge plate seal should be 2 millimeter thick and 4 millimeter wide. Check for proper fit and at the same time press on the edge to mark a groove to cut to length. As this strip is easy to install, there is no need to deactivate the adhesive. Finish installing the remaining film backdoor edge strips. The bamboo or the wooden stick can be used to help position the seals. Patiently and carefully work them into the proper position. If need be, they might need to be resaturated so that they can be moved to fit properly. Once completed, the film door should look something like this. Some doors will have fabric or foam corner seals. If so, cut 1.5 millimeter medium density foam to 7 millimeter by 9 millimeter. Okay, here are the dimensions for the light seal strips for the film back wind housing. Groove strips are cut from the medium density 1.5 millimeter thick to 1.5 millimeter wide. The corner strips are 2 millimeter thick of the light density 4 millimeter wide by 18 millimeter long. Be sure to heavily saturate the self-adhesive on the groove strips before installing, and they will go in much easier. Wrap the groove strips around to the edge of the corner as shown here. The 2 millimeter thick light density foam seal material will be used for the seals in the rotating back. Once installed, the seals in the rotating back on the film back side should look as shown here. And the rotating back camera body side, the seals should look as they are shown here. Well, now the mirror edge dampening foam is cut to a taper. It's 3.5 millimeter to 6 millimeter. Should be about 75 millimeter long, and you can use the 2 millimeter light density foam for this application. Also, if you notice the two bumper pads at the top of the mirror on the inside of the camera body, you probably should just leave them alone. They're difficult to replace, and they don't do a whole lot anyway. Now, actually, the felt shown in the tweezers is not the bumper for the mirror. It's the felt pads that go on the lens hood of the viewfinder. But that's kind of a separate issue, like the dark slide felt strip that was shown earlier. With the viewfinder screen removed, you can see the mirror dampening seals that we spoke of earlier, and they're easier to install, obviously, from the top rather than through the lens. With the lens, the mirror advanced halfway, you can see the bottom bumper of the mirror. That also needs to be installed. For this piece, use the 2 millimeter light density foam cut to 3 millimeter wide and about 68 millimeter in length. Here's the lens hood with the little felt pieces talked about earlier installed. If they're worn out, the lens hood will rattle around, but it's not going to leak light, so it's not actually considered a light seal. Once all the seals installed, obviously check everything for a proper fit. If everything feels good, looks good, put a roll of film in it, take it out for a test shot before you shoot anything that you absolutely can't replace. If done properly, the test roll will come back with no light leaks.
Thank you for watching. Inspired? Check back for new video postings.